No, so you're going to get that whole 35 seconds on there?
I took it off.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because you're purposely provoking me right now.
I am not.
It is purposely provoked. It's like premeditated provocation. Theme song, 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 theme song.
Welcome to when wife gives you lemons-ish.
Welcome to when John puts so much light on my face, I don't have one. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever.
I don't know what all that means. I'm not a lighting guy.
No kidding.
There. How's that, sunshine?
That's what I look like as sun. A ray of joy, goodness.
Of attitudeness.
You gonna welcome them?
I did. I was, but you were too busy bitching. Hi.
Hi.
I was talking to the 3.
Well, I was
or
responding.
7. Might be 9. Could be 1. Either way, hi.
Hi. So.
Hello to you too, Joy.
Hello, Jonathan.
Are we still married?
No, we never were married.
Well, are we pretend married still?
Maybe. So, I have a little fun fact brought to you by our favorite Matt at the Comedy Store, who I love dearly. Him and his girlfriend were
I love Matt.
Probably my favorite.
Well,
I love Lamp.
I didn't say Lamp. I said Matt.
I love Matt.
I love Matt.
He's
Matt
not going to listen anymore. He's going to be like, whoa.
You know what? He liked me.
He liked me.
He just tolerated you.
No. You know why I know he likes me?
Because he still talks to you? It's because I don't do it. I'm not good on social media.
You're not good.
I'm bad.
You're so stupid.
You know I'm bad. I'm bad. You know it.
Did you know they're making a Weird Al movie? I know a guy who's working on it right now.
I know.
Do you know who Weird Al is?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you know who's playing Weird Al as well?
Yes, I do, but I forgot.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, I knew that.
Harry Twatter.
Do you think he's going to whip out his wand?
I don't know. Do you ever think he was all Expelliarmus when he came?
Oh my God! You know some little girl was like, "When you're gonna blow?
What does your Patronus look like?
When you're gonna blast your Patronus all over my face? Will you yell
Expelliarmus
and just fucking blast that thing on me, and I'll act like it got me?
What animal is your Patronus? Can I lick your Patronus?
Will you do the death one on me?
You're so stupid.
Do the death curse. Do it.
You know what's sad is I was just talking to a patient about parody porns the other day, and we were...
That's fucking hilarious. Parody porns are hilarious.
Parody porns are the greatest.
Do you...
Yeah. Yeah, do you get off?
Right. I mean, can you get to that point where you're like, oh, here's a sex scene. This is hot. Let's fuck.
It's like,
and then let's watch the rest of it.
Let's watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirtles.
One time I watched one called Austin Flowers. And it was this dude, he was Austin Flowers. And there was Dr. Evil and the whole 9. They were all there and they all fucked each other pretty much.
That's so funny. In fact, I think
Mini-Me was in it. He got fucked.
The Simpsons one, I think Ned Flanders is Ned Philanderer, which is super funny. Anyway.
We got helloed by one of the children who didn't know we were on.
So anyway, Matt, back to Matt. Sorry, Matt. We had a porn detour.
We went off on a porn tangent.
He sent me proof that I was in fact correct about this Slim Shady thing.
It says, the Primus one.
Yeah, so I guess the album says, "Do you like violence?" But the one they played on radio was, "Do you like Primus? Do you stick 9-inch nails into your eyelids?" Which is why I thought Those were the two bands, because those are two bands. So, in fact, I was correct, which makes sense because my parents would have never, ever bought me a CD. Just doesn't matter what it was. They just were super cheap.
Here's Neil Diamond.
No.
I got it at the garage sale for $2.
In fact, the first CDs I had was...
Ooh, first CD time? Oh, wait, we already did that. Last time.
I had the Dirty Dancing soundtrack. And then I had Andrea Bocelli.
My first cassettes that I remember getting.
Uh-huh. Oh, I had New Kids on the Block cassettes.
At my 6th grade party.
Mm-hmm.
At Chuck E. Cheese.
Mm-hmm. You had a party at Chuck E. Cheese?
6th grade.
Caleb just went to a party at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, but
he's a sophomore.
Chuck E. Cheese was different back then.
Okay.
It was like hardcore arcade. And the huge get was the hardcore arcade. They had a little tiny kids section. It wasn't about tickets, but they had the Sunday fountain where you made your own sundaes all the time, and all the shit was there, which was always a hot fucking mess. Totally unsanitary.
Right.
But hey, it was a great idea. Kids throwing shit everywhere. And I got Ronnie James Dio, The Last in Line album, and Iron Maiden Power Slave. Shit was over.
Nice. So, back to me.
How about Matt?
Matt is amazing. And I appreciate you looking out for me, because he looks out for me. He's the same person who found me at the Comedy Store documentary. So fucking Matt's the badass. He's like awesome.
Whatever, Matt.
Oh, you don't love Matt anymore? I like Matt now.
Just kidding. I like Matt. I miss seeing Matt and Angela all the time.
Okay, so this is funny. The other day, Brody's like, Mommy, will you watch a movie with me? And I was like, all right. So we watched the new Annie, which is super cute, whatever. But we're watching it, and one of the little orphan girls goes, well, Annie, at least your parents left a note. My parents just left me. And I stood up and I go, wait. And Brody's already giggling because he kind of knows what's coming. I'm all, hold on. I go, you can fucking give your kids away? And he's laughing, and I'm all, nobody fucking told me you could give your kids
pages.
away.
It's a little harder these days. But back then, pfft.
But he's cracking up, and then he goes, that's why I let you watch this movie now, because I'm 11.
I wouldn't have let you watch it when I was 6, bitch.
And you could have got. And then we're watching further, and Cameron Diaz is the orphanage owner. And at one point, she's like, "Oh my God, girls, the the home inspector's coming. Y'all need to get up and clean this house. It needs to be spotless." And I'm all, hold the fucking phone.
And they fucking clean.
I'm all, kids know how to clean? And then he got super pissed because he's like, I'm the only one that helps, Mommy. And I was like, you don't do a lot, really, bud.
You do more than the other ones.
He does do more than the other one.
You know what? Somebody at my work, his motto is, he learned it when he was early on.
Mm-hmm. It was my T-string.
You done?
Yeah. What? You were talking. I could take a drink while you were fucking talking.
No, you had the string in your mouth, and I was mesmerized by your string hanging out of your mouth. I was wondering what was going to come out of it. Moving on. Let's go. I'm not going to.
Tea almost came out of my nose. No. So what was the guy? What did he say?
Who?
The guy at your work. His motto is kids can clean.
He said, listen, you do as little as possible until they complain, and then you step it up a little bit.
Well, our kids are there.
Right. But we complain all the time. They still don't do anything.
No, they don't. No. None of them. Well, I mean, it's sad because it's Brody that does the most. I'm like, dude, he's the youngest. He's the one that should be all, fuck y'all, but he's
So when we were at something I had wrote down I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Did you want to talk about something?
No. No.
Move on to something else?
Yeah, move.
Yeah. Look, I took like 4 fucking notes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, so watching porn with my brother, we'll just put that phone down and talk to you.
That's like we're getting to the peak. That's peak type shit. That's the shit that people write in about. And like, dude, fucking Choice fucking family's fucked up. That shit's funny as fuck. And I'm like, I know, right? So this lady.
Oh no, are you going to complain again and then have to come back and do a retraction?
No, I don't have to. I don't have to this time because it was at our kids' lacrosse game.
Uh-huh.
There was a lady before you showed up.
Uh-huh.
She was on her phone.
She's a lady.
And she must be going through some sort of divorce or something, or somebody she knows or something. But she's on her phone, and she doesn't have the other person on speaker, but she just talks so loud. I heard the whole story, and I'm thinking, why do people do that?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about,
I
right?
do. Yeah.
Because I really don't. I don't want to hear your one-sided conversation. I don't want to hear really both-sided conversation. But I mean, she was talking like the person was like next to her, and we were all like within like a 5-foot radius. But she was like 40 feet away, and I could hear everything.
Was any of it good?
No. It was boring, and it was the same shit. It just reminded me of old shit, you know. I fucking can't see this, and you can't see him this, and I'll pick up the kids, and blah, 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 and, you know, bullshit.
Right.
But that was just something that drove me nuts. It wasn't for like a minute. It was like
a steering wheel for a dick. It drove you nuts.
It was like 20 minutes. Like until you called, she was yapping.
Damn.
So, yeah. So, I was a little frustrated with that. So, yeah, I'm done complaining now. I'm not going to backtrack that shit.
No retraction on that.
Uh-uh.
By the way, I'm not sick. I'm stuffy because I decided to take a walk
today.
today.
Yeah, you fucking stuffy bitch.
I'm stuffy with cock. I'm stuffy and because I walked today and all the fucking flowers are blooming. So I inhaled a fucking shit ton of like flower sperm and it's fucking with me. So
You want to hear what I did something stupid?
Oh, by the way, come on Tuesday, tomorrow at Pocock Brewery at 7:00. It's a free show and I will be hosting.
So.
Yes, I want to hear what's fucked up.
No, I did something stupid the other day.
I love it already. Yes.
So this child was walking through an aisle at Walmart or something. I was by myself. There's no one around, and I was going like cutting aisles, and I was all like making race car noises going through the corner, and I came around a corner and walked into somebody while I was making race car noises. I was like, oh fuck. And they looked at me and I was all, I gotta go. I just turned and walked away.
Well, it's just like when we were watching the fucking lacrosse game and you left to go get my sweater and I'm sitting there by myself and one of the lacrosse players kept spinning, like trying to find the ball. And I was all, look at him doing some fancy spins. And I'm all, I am currently by myself speaking to no one.
I was making race car noises.
Yeah.
Like I was going down, like going down the street like a little kid.
I'm so glad you haven't done that during sex.
I have it in my head every time. Every single time.
This bitch across the mattress. Pole position.
Sometimes when I grab you by the hair and do that, it's shifting gears.
The sad thing is I don't know the gears, so I would go in the wrong one anyway. It'd be like, reverse. And you're like, no, bitch, I put you in forward.
That's right. I like it in the wrong one. You know what I'm talking about. All right, moving on. So,
speaking of moving on, I think I'm going to do a joke tomorrow where I say that I'm so old I now freeze my butt plugs for hemorrhoid relief. So
that's
anybody tell me
funny.
if that's funny, because I'm going to use it tomorrow. I think I'm going to use the Annie thing tomorrow too.
I was watching the NASCAR race of Vegas. Mm-hmm. The race was going to start, and I should have looked up a picture, and this cracked me up, and my face was like, oh, I was so excited to tell you this because I've been waiting to tell you this.
Was it a crime?
No. So the Grand
Allegedly.
Marshal was a retired football player, Marcus Allen. Good meal. And they have like the Las Vegas Speedway, like girls.
Okay.
There, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Like if you go to a Supercross, there's like the Monster Energy girls.
Yeah, it's the sponsor girls.
Yeah, the sex sells girls.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh no.
So these girls, they have on their sexy gear. Mm-hmm. Now, on the titties,
prime real estate.
there are headlights. No, like not on the bra. Like there's a picture of them, little headlights. And I go, what the fuck is that?
We're not objectifying women. We're making them a car.
They're like, there's no nipples there. Look we just beam them high beams on them.
Oh my God.
I'm not even fucking kidding.
In the world of Me Too.
I'm not even joking. Vegas just don't give a fuck.
Vegas is like a fucking honey badger.
It is. Vegas is one of those places that just don't give a fuck. And what stays in Vegas is usually because you were in the desert buried.
What stays in Vegas is not herpes. You got more? This is good. This is fun.
No, that was it. I did it.
What time is it?
Okay. We're done. It was a great show.
Okay, so.
Thanks for coming. Bye.
So when me and Adam were younger.
Oh, are we going right into it?
Yeah. I'm just going to talk about how I watch porn with my brother, and then we can go. Because I took to Benadryl because my fucking plant sperm filled nose is fucking with me. Oh, and there's a couple more announcements. But so my brother and I were younger. And we were at my parents' house. I don't know if it must have been. It had to have either been like right before I left for Texas or when I came back from Texas. And he was like, hey, sis, do you want to watch a movie with me? And I was like, sure, let's watch a movie. So my parents obviously, for a while had the jailbreak thing. So he's scrolling through the movies.
Were you guys sharing some chewy lube at that moment?
No. By the way, fuckface. I had a friend on Instagram shout me out and said that when she was little, she ate her parents' lube as well. But it was
shout out to her and her lube. What flavor did she like?
Cinnamon. Hers was cinnamon. And she goes, holy fuck, I forgot all about that. Thank you for bringing that memory back to my...
just squeezing it in there.
And then somebody told me that I was talking to them and they were like, hey, because we have silly names for our podcast, and this person doesn't listen to our podcast, but she reads the silly names and shit. And she's like, what the fuck was that with eating your parents' lube? And by the way, I talked to my mom about it the other day. I completely forgot about that shit.
Oh my God.
So my friend was like, oh my God, I remember when any of us, we babysit, we'd invite each other over and then we'd like go through people's drawers, and we found like hot lube too, and we like were putting it on our foreheads and blowing and stuff.
Oh, die.
Well, I was like telling my mom, I was like, she's like, Sissy, why are you telling people that you ate our lube? And I'm all, because you let me. And she goes, but you liked it. Like, that was all.
I like bleach too. Can I have some of that?
I was like, Mom. And also like I breastfed till I was almost 4, and same thing. I'm like, Mom. And she's like, but you liked it. So I'm like, oh my God.
God, your family is intense.
So anyway, Adam and I are sitting in the living room, and he's scrolling through the channels. I don't even know if he'll admit this. I don't think he will, because it was so fucked up.
And traumatizing.
So he stops. And there's these people in those big gorilla costumes. Do you remember those? You've seen those gorilla costumes, yes. Right? Some of them were... No. They were all black. So they were like normal gorilla colors. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? So for about 5 minutes, they're all like upset, and they're hitting stuff and they're throwing stuff. And then
it's like full B.
Yeah. And then this UFO comes down. And when it opens, there's a disco ball.
Fuck yeah. Shit's gonna get real now.
And out comes...
And you're like, fucking Yo Gabba Gabba's about to go down.
I am not kidding you. Adam and I are both like...
Yeah, but you thought like the TV show Yo Gabba Gabba was getting ready to drop.
This was before Yo Gabba Gabba. It's probably where Yo Gabba Gabba came from. It's like, hey, you remember that monkey porn? So me and Adam have the same look on our face. Like, we're like... fuck is going? And I think a couple times I'm all, the fuck is going on right now? So then the pink and white and blue gorillas come out of the UFO. So the colorful gorillas. And then...
Were those the girl gorillas? Were those the girl gorillas?
And then the last one that comes out is a fucking tie-dye one. And Adam and I are invested now because we're like... the fuck?
You're pumped. You know what's up.
And
You're
then they
like,
start having sex.
like hardcore.
Yeah. And Adam
With their
goes,
monkey dicks.
and Adam goes, oh my God, I'm watching porn with my sister. And I'm laughing. I can't. I'm laughing so incredibly hard.
Fucking traumatized.
He is horrified. And then he starts yelling. And so instead of changing the channel, he's yelling at me, shut up. Stop being so loud. Mom and Dad are going to walk in and think we watch porn together.
Oh my God. And you can't stop laughing, of course.
And I mean, I don't even think at that point, sound stopped coming out of my mouth because I'm like,
You're laughing too hard. That's fantastic.
and he's like, you can never tell anyone that
You just told 7 people.
He was horrified. And then it reminded me of, okay, so it's, once again, my parents had the jailbreak, the cable box. And every once in a while, my mom would like watch movies with us. Not very often. We did spend a lot of time with my parents.
Right.
It was It was me and Adam.
Latchkey kids.
Yeah, it was me and Adam.
I was a latchkey kid.
A lot. Like, it was me and Adam a lot. So anyway, my mom, anytime she'd be watching a show. So back in the day, at like midnight, it would switch to porn. It could be in the middle of a fucking movie and titties.
It's like your dad had it on a timer.
Maybe.
If I know your dad, I fucking think it was a goddamn timer. You know, he's like, it's 11:58. Everybody in bed? 59 and on.
You can't ruin my childhood any more than what it already is, so fuck you. But it probably was a timer. No, my dad's not. Never mind. He's a very...
Moving on.
He's a nincompoop when it comes to computers, which is funny because he's a fucking electrician. Anyway, I don't know why this button exists. I don't understand the purpose of this button, but there was a button on our remote control that if you pressed it, you could not make the TV move. Like, you would have to press the channel up and down at least 10 times for it to move. Like, it froze it on whatever it was on.
Okay.
Now, my mom likes to panic like I do. And I am not, this happened so many fucking times. It was like to the point where like, oh my God, Mom. So we'd be watching a movie, titties. My mom would grab the remote and she'd get so mad at the porn. Fucking girls and their titties. This is so dirty. Kids. And push that fucking freeze button every goddamn time. And then scream at us not to watch as she kept hitting the button. And
you know, I was one of those kids that used to try to watch this curly screens, and every once in a while it would fucking a titty would show me. You'd be all, oh. I fucking swear, and it was like exhilarating as a kid. Like, I was little. I remember a one that we had one of those little cable boxes, and there was HBO. And we had another box on top of that, and it had a different streaming type service. It was called On. And if you flip that on, it was like the same, different channels or different channel. And they'd always, after, do like Skinamax type.
Yeah.
And I would go out there and I'd sneak it on after like 9 o'clock because midnight back east. So I'd sit there and I'd try to watch it, or I would watch it until I got in trouble. What are you doing out there? Nothing?
You want to hear? Oh, I don't know if I should tell this story.
Ooh, this is fancy.
You want to hear a story?
Oh, yeah. I can tell you a good one, too.
Okay. You want to hear a story where I thought my dad was never going to talk to me again, and he was probably going to disown me?
Ooh, you might want to save that one.
Okay.
We should discuss that one before you save it. Send that one out into the public world.
Okay, because it's okay.
I will tell you one time I had a friend, and his parents would go out a lot. We were teenagers, junior high, early high school. Yeah. So his parents would go out a lot. We spent like New Year's at his house a lot. Broke into their liquor cabinet a lot. I mean, party days, right? Early party days when we were kids. And we were going of course, we go through their stuff because that's what kids do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he goes, I don't know what that is. And he pulls out a fucking big old vibrator. That was the first time I ever saw one. It was his mom's. Right.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, shit. I never looked at them all the same again.
Poor lady's just trying to get off.
She's dead.
So, I was going to say something, but okay. So, I don't think I talked about this. At the author signing, and this is not a kink and or fetish shaming at all. Whatever you're into, fucking go forth and fuck. But the model that I think is very good looking had a family emergency, so he wasn't there. But he happened to be on a new cover of one of the author's books. And I was like, dude, that book cover is hot.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, if you have any at the end of the signing, I want to buy one. Well, she ends up giving me the book, which fucking awesome. Cool. So we're driving home. I'm a bit hungover. I'm a bit exhausted. So I grab the book and I'm flipping through it. And it was a new fetish that I learned. It's called Daddy Little Porn Fetish. So she's a CEO of a company. He's her personal assistant. She's a hard worker and she does not take care of herself because all she's doing is working and trying to prove herself as a woman in the workplace. And so he takes it upon himself to start taking care of her and becomes her daddy. They sign a contract and he builds a nursery. He feeds her with a bottle.
So this is a real fetish, though.
Yeah. There's subreddits on it. I looked. And it's a lot. Once again, cool. But the funniest part was he makes her a nutritious lunch because she needs to eat better. And she gets so overwhelmed with work that she forgets to eat her lunch. So as a punishment, the next day she has to wear a butt plug. Now, here's my problem. That's not how you punish children. Could you imagine? You know where I'm going. Caleb not cleaning his room. And me being like, okay, kid, you're not cleaning your room. Bend over.
Our kid is going to go, all right.
I made my room more dirty. But I mean, like...
I bought a tail.
Thank you for ruining my joke. Well, it wasn't a joke, but it was true. Like, dude...
That would be hilarious.
Kids. Like,
you see a kid walking a little funny, you're like, got in trouble.
Instead of a spanking, it's a butt plug.
That's fucked up.
But then I started worrying as you were driving, because I am not a good passenger. Completely admit it.
What?
Fuck you. I'm not a good passenger. But the whole time I'm thinking, holy fuck. If we get in a car accident and I die... And the cops are like, here, kids, this is the last book your mom was reading.
And they're going to be like, what the fuck were they into?
And there's like a bloody fingerprint of...
Sex toys strewn across the fucking...
Just strewn.
Oh my God, I forgot to tell you. Now, I took a picture of this, and I don't know if I showed you this. I just remembered it just now. So, when we were at the signing a couple weeks ago... I had gone down to move the car closer because it was pretty far out. Kind of after I think it was after the crackhead situation, maybe.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, yeah, I want to get my car closer. Anyway, so I was walking and I looked down, and there was a fucking wand like yours laying on the ground behind a car. I immediately went, oh my God, is that ours?
That was really loud. That killed me. No, ours has electrical tape on the button.
Why would it be in the middle of the fucking parking lot?
Like,
and it was cordless.
All I can think is, oh, poor lady.
But I was like,
Those
oh my
are
God.
so expensive.
And of course I was like, oh my God. So I took a picture of it in the parking lot.
Oh, it was probably one of our people too.
Oh my God, I was crying.
That's funny.
You should have put that on. Did anybody lose a wand? Is that like the call? Yeah. So what else you got?
That's about it.
All right. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Well, you said you were done. Listen, I did a huge list.
Yes, you
There's
did.
fucking like 3 things for like 4 minutes.
Come see me, and John will be there tomorrow at the Pocock Brewery.
Yeah,
It's
so you'll
on
have that to
Avenue
look forward
Tibbetts
to at
in
least as
Santa
me.
Clarita. Fuck you.
Just kidding. The card's really good. Mikey McKernan's on the card. He's
Seth
one of
Lawrence
my
is
favorite
there.
people.
Jeff Frame, John Wynn, Kat Alvarado. I've never heard her, but I'm sure she's fun too. So that'll be fun.
And then the headliner, John DeReese.
Oh, John
DeRista?
DeRista. Yeah, he's fucking.
He's a super funny guy.
Hey, boogers. So I still use his joke to this day. Anytime somebody says Sepulveda, I call it Sepulveda because it fucking goddamn that's funny. I'll Sepulveda. And then I and maybe John, John maybe will be in Phoenix June 11th for a pretty big author signing. I'm trying to branch out. I know Arizona's not that far, but I'm going to do my best to start branching out into West Coast, Midwest areas so more people will know my books. So there's one more announcement. Oh, yeah, John's an asshole. Okay, that's all I got.
Hey.
Hey.
They knew that shit.
Hey, Johnny. Johnny, you are an asshole. Johnny.
Fuck yeah.
Johnny, you are an asshole. Are an asshole.
All right, now you took it too far.
I clapped. Yeah. All right. All right, goodbye.
Good.
Oh, shit, my E.
Well, I would say good day, but I'm going to do it really slow. Good day. Good day. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, do what you got to do.